Ladies and gentlemen, today, 2nd of August, 2025, and what we were witnessing is not just a shift in geopolitics, it is a bold declaration of new global alliances being forged right before our eyes. In a move that has shocked Western powers and caught many intelligence analysts off guard, Pakistan has officially gifted a powerful JF-17 fighter jet to none other than Captain Ibrahim, the fearless leader of Burkina Faso, a man whose leadership is rapidly reshaping Africa's destiny. This is not symbolic. This is not ceremonial. This is military-grade power, handed over in a gesture of deep trust and rising solidarity between the global south. What does this mean for Burkina Faso? What is planning behind the scenes? And why is this sending alarm bells through Western defense circles? For years, African nations were treated as bystanders in global defense diplomacy, but now a new era is emerging and is leading the charge. With this cutting-edge JF-17 Thunder, equipped for advanced aerial combat, Burkina Faso is no longer just resisting, it is preparing. He isn't just making speeches, he's building capacity. He's moving silently but with purpose, and with Pakistan's strategic military gift, the world is beginning to ask the one question they never thought they would. Is Africa about to change the global balance of power militarily, economically, and politically? Stay with us because what is planning is bigger than you think.
Welcome to Talk of Africa 360, your source for insightful news, analysis, and thoughtful commentary. If you value informed perspectives and fact-based reporting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Disclaimer: the content on this channel is based on reliable public sources and credible online information. It is intended strictly for educational and analytical purposes. We do not promote or endorse political violence, hate speech, or any form of discrimination. Our goal is to inform, not to inflame. Thanks for being here. Let's stay informed together.
So get this, buckle up, because this is a wild ride. The internet recently exploded with a wild story, a story so outlandish, it almost sounds like something straight out of a movie. Pakistan supposedly gifted a cutting-edge JF-17 Thunder fighter jet, one of its most prized military assets, to Burkina Faso's young, controversial leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore, a leader who has quickly become a figure of both hope and contention on the African continent. Imagine a jet, a state-of-the-art piece of military hardware, gift-wrapped on a runway in Ouagadougou with a card, "To Ibrahim from Pakistan," a gesture of goodwill or something more. The rumors spread fast, like wildfire in the digital age. Across X, formerly known as Twitter, TikTok, with its bite-sized videos and trending challenges, WhatsApp the go-to for instant sharing and group chats fueling debates and excitement. Everyone had an opinion, a theory, a meme to share. It had all the makings of a geopolitical thriller, a real-world spy novel unfolding in real time. A rising African leader, challenging the status quo, a powerful Asian nation, seeking to expand its influence, and a symbol of defiance, a fighter jet, a potent symbol of power and independence. The story resonated because it tapped into hopes for African sovereignty, for a continent charting its own course, and new alliances beyond old colonial ties, a shift in the global power dynamic perhaps? But here's the catch, the plot twist you didn't see coming. Burkina Faso, battling insurgents, struggling with internal conflicts, doesn't have the infrastructure or need for a high-tech fighter jet. It's like gifting a Formula One car to someone who only has dirt roads. Gifting a JF-17 isn't like sending a care package. It's a massive undertaking with long-term implications. It requires pilots, highly skilled and expensively trained, maintenance, a constant stream of specialized technicians and spare parts, and millions in logistics. A financial commitment that stretches far beyond the initial gift. For many, the idea was both generous, a grand gesture of international support, and baffling, a head-scratcher of epic proportions. Why would Pakistan do this? What was the underlying motivation? The internet, of course, was ready with answers, true or not. Conspiracy theories abounded. Before we dig deeper, let's appreciate the story for what it was, a fascinating case study in how information spreads. A perfect storm of myth-making, a modern-day legend born in the digital age. It combined real political shifts with the viral speed of online rumors, a potent mix in today's world. But as always, the best stories aren't always the truest. Sometimes the truth is far more complex and far less exciting. And this one? It's mostly fiction. A captivating tale, but ultimately not grounded in reality. Time for a reality check. Let's dive deep into a story that's been circulating, a claim that seems almost too good to be true. Did Pakistan actually gift a JF-17 Thunder fighter jet to Burkina Faso? It's a compelling idea, a powerful nation supporting a smaller one. After combing through official records, scrutinizing export logs, and meticulously checking defense agreements, the answer is a clear and resounding no. There's zero credible evidence to support this claim. No official contracts, no government announcements, absolutely nothing substantial. The digital trails are cold. Major arms deals, especially those involving sophisticated fighter jets, inevitably leave a detailed paper trail, contracts meticulously drafted and signed, governmental approvals carefully documented, and public statements formally released. These are standard procedures. SIPRI, the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, the global arms trade tracker, lists no such deal between Pakistan and Burkina Faso. Pakistan's own defense export news outlets? Completely silent on the matter. No press releases, no celebratory announcements. Pakistan loves to publicize its JF-17 sales and successes. Keeping a gift of this magnitude a secret would be completely out of character for their national pride and marketing strategy. Known JF-17 customers who have officially purchased the aircraft include Nigeria, Myanmar, and Azerbaijan, all of whom have openly acknowledged and celebrated their acquisitions. Burkina Faso simply isn't on the official list of JF-17 operators. The rumor lived and breathed almost exclusively on social media platforms, fueled by pan-African and anti-imperialist accounts, resonating with sentiments of solidarity and resistance. No reputable news outlet, respected journalist, or official government source has ever confirmed the story. It's a ghost plane, a digital mirage, existing only in the realm of online speculation and wishful thinking. The story collapses under the slightest bit of scrutiny and fact-checking classic fake news, but with a twist that makes it particularly potent and difficult to debunk. It feels true to many, not because of evidence, but because it conveniently fits a pre-existing narrative they desperately want to believe in. The story's power isn't rooted in verifiable facts, but rather in its emotional and political resonance, tapping into deep-seated desires for empowerment and change. In today's interconnected world, a compelling viral narrative, regardless of its veracity, can easily outpace the truth, shaping perceptions and influencing opinions with alarming speed. So, what does Burkina Faso's Air Force actually have? Forget fighter jets. Their focus is on practical tools for fighting insurgents, drones, and helicopters. The real stars are Turkish Bayraktar TB2 drones, famous for surveillance and precision strikes. These drones are game changers for counterinsurgency, providing intelligence and targeted firepower. The Air Force also relies on Russian Mi-17 transport helicopters and Mi-24-26 attack choppers, rugged, reliable, and perfect for moving troops or hitting ground targets. This mix of drones and helicopters is tailored for Burkina Faso's real security needs. A JF-17 jet designed for air combat would be out of place and a logistical nightmare. Integrating a single advanced jet into this force makes no strategic sense. The country's procurement has been logical and focused. The JF-17 rumor just doesn't fit the reality. Why did the jet rumor seem plausible? Look at Traore's new alliances. Since his 2022 coup, Traore has distanced Burkina Faso from France and embraced Russia. Russia even sent a state aircraft to fly him to Moscow, a clear political statement. This partnership is about more than optics. Russia's Africa Corps provides real military support. Traore's pivot to new allies makes stories of non-Western military gifts seem believable. The rumor fits the narrative of a new scramble for Africa, with Russia, China, Turkey, and Pakistan vying for influence. If Moscow can send a plane, why not Islamabad? The logic is seductive, even if the facts aren't there. The JF-17 Thunder is not just a concept or a prototype. It's a fully operational, combat-proven aircraft, and a major win for Pakistan's defense industry, showcasing its growing capabilities in aerospace engineering and manufacturing. This project represents a significant step forward in Pakistan's journey towards self-reliance in defense. Co-developed with China, a long-standing strategic partner, it's a modern, multi-role fighter jet, designed to be both effective and affordable, aimed specifically at countries that find themselves priced out of the often exorbitant Western options. It fills a crucial gap in the international arms market. The latest Block 3 version boasts a significantly upgraded avionics suite, including an advanced radar system, and the capability to deploy long-range air-to-air and air-to-ground missiles, enhancing its combat effectiveness. It offers approximately 80% of the capability of top-tier fighter jets, but at a fraction of the acquisition and operational cost, making it a very attractive option. Pakistan's strategic export push is demonstrably working, proving the viability of its defense industry on the global stage. Azerbaijan, for example, has signed a substantial $4.6 billion deal for the acquisition of 40 JF-17 jets, a testament to the aircraft's capabilities and value proposition. Nigeria and Myanmar are also confirmed customers, already operating the JF-17 in their respective air forces. These are real confirmed sales. No speculative rumors or unverified reports here. These are solid contracts. Pakistan is actively and aggressively marketing the JF-17 on the international stage, showcasing its capabilities at air shows and defense exhibitions, especially targeting potential clients in Africa, where the need for affordable defense solutions is particularly acute, and also in the Middle East, a region with significant defense spending and complex security challenges. This proactive export drive lends the Burkina Faso rumor, however unfounded, a certain veneer of plausibility, given Pakistan's broader marketing efforts. While the purported gift of JF-17s to Burkina Faso never actually materialized, Pakistan's determined search for new buyers and expansion of its defense export market is undeniably very real. The rumor itself was ultimately fiction, a fabrication, but it gained traction and played out against a backdrop of shifting geopolitical alliances and the ever-increasing volume of international military trade. The JF-17 is undoubtedly a rising star in the global defense market, just not, as it turns out, currently stationed in Ouagadougou. In the digital age, a story doesn't need to be true, just shareable. The JF-17 rumor thrived in an ecosystem of AI-generated fakes and manipulated videos. Fact-checkers found videos of Traore speaking perfect English despite him being a French speaker, thanks to AI voiceovers. These crude fakes, often with off lip sync, are convincing on small screens and spread fast. Some are state propaganda, some are fan-made, some just chase clicks. The result? A digital fog where truth and fiction blur. Once audiences are primed with fake videos, a story about a gifted jet seems plausible. AI fakes create a character, fake news provides the plot. Together, they build a compelling but false narrative that shapes real perceptions. In this environment, fiction can influence reality without a shred of evidence. Why did so many believe the JF-17 story? Because it was a powerful narrative. It tapped into hopes for African sovereignty and frustration with Western influence. Traore, young and charismatic, is seen as a modern-day revolutionary. The idea of him receiving a jet from Pakistan added to his legend. The story offered a simple, satisfying explanation for complex geopolitical shifts. It was easy to share, old friends out, new friends in, with impressive gifts. This black-and-white narrative resonated more than nuanced analysis. For many, it was wishful thinking, a feel-good story about a new multipolar Africa. The truth was secondary to the message, hope, pride, and the dream of a sovereign continent. It wasn't about a plane, it was about a vision for Africa's future. The rumor reveals a lot about today's geopolitics. Africa is once again a battleground for global influence, but this time, with more agency. New players like Russia, China, Turkey, and Pakistan are challenging the old Western order. African leaders now have options, leveraging offers from multiple partners. The Pakistani jet rumor reflects this new reality. Alliances with one non-Western power make others seem possible. But it's also a battle of perception, fought on social media as much as in embassies. Narratives like the JF-17 story can shape how alliances are viewed, empowering for some, suspicious for others. In this information war, controlling the story is as important as signing deals. Perception of power can be inflated by a single viral rumor. In the 21st century, influence is about projecting a compelling story as much as wielding hard power. So what's the real lesson from this Phantom Jet saga? It's a case study in the hunger for African sovereignty and the power of viral spin. The rumor resonated because it spoke to a desire for respect and self-determination. It's also a warning. In a world where fact and fiction blur, compelling stories can overpower evidence. The JF-17 tale was perfectly tailored for its audience. Simple, emotional, and shareable. It reflects a new multipolar world where old rules no longer apply. Ultimately, it's a mirror of our times, a yearning for justice, but also a reminder to question what we share. The tools of global influence are changing, but the desire for dignity and agency remains as strong as ever.
As reactions continue to pour in from across the continent, one thing is clear. Africa is demanding respect, sovereignty, and accountability. Was this just a diplomatic misstep or a deeper sign of shifting global alliances? We'll be watching closely. If you found this story important, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real, unfiltered African news. This is Talk of Africa 360, telling the stories that matter.